Good morning, students. So we have started chapter chemical reactions, in which we have studied that what is chemical reaction, what are the factors that favors a chemical change. Then we have studied about 5 characteristics of chemical reactions. Today we will study about the classification of chemical reactions. So there are a large variety of chemical reactions. Many chemical reactions show differences in common. There are some characteristics which show biochemical reactions and they differ from one another from those characteristics. So based on those differences, the most common reactions are classified, you can see in your book, on the basis of the following 4 factors. First one, physical state of the reactants and products. Second, tendency of the reaction in the forward and backward directions. Absorption or evolution of heat. And the fourth one is the important one, that is type of the chemical reaction. So today we will discuss the first 3, that is physical state, relative tendency of the reaction in the forward and backward, and absorption or evolution of heat. This third one we have already discussed in the previous lecture also, but today also we will discuss this one. So let's begin. So first factor is physical state of the reactants and products. So as the name suggests, that what do you mean by physical state? Physical state, there are the 3 states, that is solid, liquid and gas. So these 3 states of the reactants and products. So on the basis of physical state of the reactants and products, reactions are of 2 types. One is homogeneous reaction and the other one is heterogeneous reaction. Homogeneous reaction is what? The reaction in which the reactants and products are present in the same physical state, right? You can see here that it occurs only in one phase. Like the first reaction you see, 2SO2 plus O2 gives out 2SO3. All the phases of the reactant side and product side is present in gaseous phase. So this is an example of homogeneous reaction. In your book you can see the two types of gas phase and reaction in solution phase is given. In gas phase, all the reactants and products which is present in the reaction is present in gaseous phase. And the second one, that is reaction in solution phase, all the reactants and products are present in aqueous phase. So all those substances in the reaction are present in only one phase. So that is the example of homogeneous reaction. Now let's move to heterogeneous reaction. Heterogeneous reaction, where the reactants, just opposite to that, where the reactants and products are different physical states, are present in different physical states, are called homogeneous, like which takes place in 2 or more phases. Example, gaseous reaction taking place on the surface of a solid. This you please ignore. The example you ignore. Just remember that heterogeneous reactions are those type of reaction where the reactants and products are in different physical states, are called heterogeneous reactions. So example you see, aluminium in solid state, oxygen in gaseous state, it forms aluminium oxide which is in solid state. So all the phases are different, solid to gas, solid, gas and solid. So different phases are present. So this is example of heterogeneous reaction. So I hope that the physical state, on the basis of physical state of the reactants and products, there are 2 types of reaction. One is homogeneous and another is heterogeneous. Homogeneous is what? The reactions in which the reactants and products are present in the same phase, and just opposite to that, heterogeneous reactions are those where the reactants and products are present in different physical states. So these are the reactions. Now let's move. Now the second classification, that is on the basis of favored direction. There are two types of reactions on the basis of favored direction, that is irreversible reaction and reversible reaction. You have studied about the irreversible process and reversible process, right? So now let's see what are irreversible reactions. So the reactions where the complete conversion of reactants into products takes place. Means here, for example, you can see that sodium and water reacts completely. It converted completely into sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Means no reactants is present after the conversion from sodium and water to sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. No reactants are there, only products are formed. These two products you will get after the completion of the reaction. That means these are irreversible. Means in here complete conversion of reactants to products occurs. And we can also say that this reaction proceeds only in one direction. Okay, like this reaction takes place in one direction. It goes on until at least one of the reactants is used up. You leave this one. Just remember that in irreversible reaction, the reactants formed products by complete consumption, in which complete conversion of reactants into products occurs. You see the example reactions of sodium and H2O. Reaction between sodium and water forms sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. This is an example of irreversible reaction. Please notice the mark. Okay, you can see the arrow mark, that you see the arrow mark of irreversible reaction. Now I am going to show you the reversible reaction. Now see the arrow mark in reversible reaction. So the reversible reaction in which only a part of the reactants get converted into products. Right? In this only a part of reactant get converted. That means we can say that here reaction occurs both forward and reverse direction. Now what I am telling you is, here I am giving you example of sulfur dioxide and oxygen. It reacts to form sulfur trioxide. Okay. But here the complete consumption of reactants not occurs. Means some part of sulfur dioxide or oxygen left here. What happened now? This, when the product is formed, that is sulfur trioxide, again it acts as a reactant. From this direction, you see this sulfur trioxide decomposed into sulfur dioxide and oxygen gas. Means if you see this arrow, the up arrow, up arrow, you see this SO2 and O2 acts as a reactant and this acts as a product. But after some time, what happened? When after the some time means here complete conversion of reaction not takes place. So what happened here? This sulfur trioxide, again it acts as a reactant. See the downward arrow, it decomposed to form sulfur dioxide and oxygen. So here only a part of the reactants get converted into products. So you can see that reversible reaction is what? It proceeds in both the direction. Right, in both the direction it proceeds. Like in your book, you see that the double arrow indicates the reversible nature of the reaction and a single arrow represents the or indicates the irreversible nature of the reaction. Okay. So on the basis of absorption or release of energy, we already have studied that energy in the form of heat, light, electricity or sound during a chemical reaction is either given out or taken in by system to surrounding or surrounding to system. The chemical equation for such a chemical reaction may be written as, you can see in the book, you see reactants gives out products plus energy. If you write energy on the right hand side, that is in the product side, that means energy is evolved. Energy is given out by the reaction. And if you write reactants plus energy gives out products, that means energy is absorbed by the reaction. Okay, means the energy is taken in by the reaction. Now you see here the definition: exothermic reaction, a reaction that releases energy. Energy means energy in the form of heat, light, sound, electricity, etc. So the reactants have more energy than the products. We can say that the reactants have more energy than the products. So energy must be released as the products form. The container in which an exothermic reaction is taking place, you will feel warm. Okay. Now you see you see exothermic reaction only in your book. If you take carbon and if you burn it, okay, carbon dioxide is formed and hydrogen and heat is released. Heat is released. Heat is released, that means what? You can feel warm. Then burning of fuel, methane plus oxygen, carbon dioxide and water along with heat is produced. Here also heat is produced by a chemical reaction. So we are writing in the product side. Okay, so this is the exothermic reaction. Now you see endothermic reaction. A reaction which proceeds with the absorption of heat. Just now I told you that when the reaction absorbs energy in the form of heat, light, etc., we call them endothermic reaction. Endo means what? In, and thermic means heat. Okay, heat inside the system. Like you see here, energy must be absorbed as the products form. The container in which an endothermic reaction is taking place will feel cold. The reaction, you see reaction between nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen and oxygen reacts. If you supply heat to it, what happens? Nitric oxide form. This is one of the major reactions which takes place in the atmosphere when lightning strikes. Remember this one. The second reaction, that is dissolution of ammonium chloride in water, is an endothermic reaction. You see NH4Cl, if you add water into it, what happens? Ammonium chloride is formed. Okay, and plus heat. So NH4 plus Cl minus heat energy. So here minus heat energy is written. You can write this one in the reactant side also. NH4Cl plus H2O plus heat gives out NH4Cl. Okay. So this is all about the classification of reaction on the basis of physical state, on the basis of direction, favor direction, on the basis of release of energy. In the next class, we will going to discuss about the main types of classification of chemical reaction. Okay. So till then, study well. Thank you.